Welcome back to One Comic Book a Day, where we're covering Superman number 67 in the second story, The City Under the Sea. Yes, we're going to Atlantis, just not the Aquaman Atlantis. And not the underwater city that involved the mermaids that happened around like World War II that got destroyed at the end. Yeah, Superman failed to save those people. It's probably the main reason I remember that story. Lois and Clark go to interview a man who's invented some sort of submersible. Well, not submersible. It's more like a diving device. Big metal drops down. At the same time, Clark is complaining that he hates being called meek all the time, mostly because Lois is talking about how great Superman is and he's jealous even though he is Superman. What a complicated love triangle they have weaved. The diving bell ends up landing on something, and after being attacked by a giant crab, they discover that there's a bottled city, bubble, big glass bubble, under the dirt under the sea. So there's double unders there. And this is Atlantis, and it's full of like hunky, chiseled men. And Lois is in heaven because, all Lois thinks about in the 1950s is getting married and getting herself a man. That man specifically being Superman. Because, he is one better than most men. He is super. If she can find a super duper man, that would be even better. But the beautiful Queen of Atlantis is into Clark because he's different. Though it's really weird because he's still kind of chiseled and has a strong jaw. They talk about him in a way that doesn't fit his body type. And the fact that he is meek makes him interesting and different. And she falls for him immediately, making Lois jealous because this is the default emotion Lois feels in the 1950s. But she's jealous over Clark, not Superman, so that's somewhat different. And that's really what we're building up to, is that she does actually care for Clark, and she's going to go out with Clark at the end of the story. I'm sorry to have spoiled it for you. But she kind of needs to be shown that she cares for Clark. I think there's better ways of doing this, like putting Clark's life at jeopardy, but his life's never exactly in jeopardy. All we really learn is that Clark is meek, and that's a strength, not a weakness. It doesn't really have much to say on anything else. But I'm always pro a nice to Clark story. Due to the Queen selecting Clark as her mate, wanting to marry him, there is a rebellion, mutiny. They're not on a ship, but they are at sea, of trying to take her down, usurp her. But of course, Clark/Superman is able to defeat these men, and she can't handle having him down here being so unhappy and his life constantly in danger. Because she loves him, she has to let him go. And at the end of the story, Lois accepts a date from Clark Kent. So that's really all it was building up to. Lois actually liking Clark. We've had a few of these stories. They're not exactly building up to anything. We just kind of get an issue every so often where Lois like, you know what, Clark, I do kind of like you. And will be part of the tapestry of their romance for the next, 40 years until they actually get married. Okay, that is it from The City Under the Sea from Superman number 67. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Hit the bell icon to get notification when new video is up. I do this Monday through Friday, but Friday is Bat Friday, where I cover a Batman story in either Detective Comics or Batman. And until next time, let's ponder the question, whatever did happen to the Man of Tomorrow? And where is this Atlantis? Probably still under the dirt. Superman should tell Aquaman about this. There are two Atlantises. Okay, have a great day.